So, hello everybody, and thank you, Richard, for chairing this session. I am glad to participate to the first Asian-Australasian Flyway Shorebird science meeting, and in this very exciting session. Here I want to introduce a new project named Kivi-Kuaka that aims to consider migratory shorebird as potential sentinels for tropical storm and tsunami in Pacific. I will explain all of that. So I am work on the French Natural Museum and with Frédéric Giguet. So let's move on. As everybody knows, at least here, climate change affects the Earth and biodiversity. So, for example, I think of the flood, of the forest fire, the sea ice melt, and the species poleward displacement, and some other things we show in the previous presentation. But the issue there is more about the effect of climate change on the tropical island of the Pacific. And in this context, the effect is also well known. For example, there is effect on ocean, such as sea level rising and coral bleaching. And there are also effects on weather, such as a tropical storm. And the tropical storm is in the region very frequent. And it is well known that the frequency and the intensity will increase mechanistically with the warming of the atmosphere and the ocean. The effect of this change on the island could be very severe and increase the risk and the damage. On the one hand, the wind of the storm becomes stronger and stronger. And on the other hand, rising sea level and reduced protection effect of coral reefs because of their bleaching makes storm surge more dangerous. Furthermore, the Pacific area is a seismic area with many earthquakes, particularly around the Ring of Fire. And as well known by the islander, the earthquake could drive a tsunami in many cases. So there is a very important environmental security issue. And they could have catastrophic consequences on human lives and goods in the affected areas. For example, here the city of Tacloban was destroyed by the typhoon Hawaiian in 2013. This typhoon had affected more than 14 million people, damaged 1.1 million houses, and killed more 6,000 people. And another example, here, a devastated area was caused by the infamous 2004 Indian Ocean earthquake and its tsunami, which killed almost 230,000 people in 14 countries. At the same time, there are some intriguing stories about birds. For example, Shorebird and its collaborator in 2015 suspect hurricane avoidance behavior by some golden wing warbler, a small ashwing bird that they surveyed by geolocation photometers. As you can see on the figure, after the bird arrived on the breeding seat, the bird has colored dots. They seem to move southward before the arrival of the hurricane, the blue area on the figure. Then they go around it and finally go back to their breeding seat when the storm was gone away. And another story in 2004, the General Florio Gino saw flocks of white birds fly away from the coastline a few minutes before the tsunami arrived. It was probably seagull or shorebird, but we don't know. Maybe you have to know that all of these environmental hazards produce infrasound. It is the case for vortex of tropical storm, for the large surf wave of tsunami, and of earthquake, mainly through the mountain. And this infrasound dispersed over long distance. Some of them have already been detected more than 1,000 kilometers away from the hurricane that produced them. And this infrasound could be heard by the bird. The rock dove, for example, can hear a wave of 0.2 Hz. And atmospheric propagation modeling indicates that these doves use low-specific infrasonic map cues to orient themselves. Finally, in the Pacific area, the shorebirds, which often live in the coastline, co-occur with tropical storms. For example, here, for two species, the barred godwit and the Bristol-tailed curlew, the red dots show location of tropical cyclones that co-occur with the bird, depending on their migration phenology. More precisely, the godwit may encounter some starting storms during their incredible fall migration, the dark green area in the left figure. And during their wintering and their spring migration, they have more be where there are some intense storms. So the blue patches and the light green patches. And the singularity of the curlews is that they stay during the first 3 years in the tropical wintering area, the blue patch. So there are always some curlew where intense storm could occur. Given that, Kivi-Kuaka is an innovative and ambitious project aiming to consider the migratory shorebirds as a potential sentinel of tropical storm and tsunami in Pacific area. For that, we propose to equip hundreds of birds with GPS that wintering across the Central Pacific to detect some potential behavioral responses to the natural hazards. To start, we target 4 species. 2 big shorebirds, the Bristol-tailed curlew, the Kivi in Polynesian language, and the barred godwit, the Kuaka in the Maori language. And 2 small ones, the wandering turtle and the Pacific golden plover. The golden plover has a migration quite similar to the godwit one, and the migration of the turtle is less known, but many birds stay during the year, at least in the Polynesia. We will tag this bird with a 5-gram tag ICARUS. That is an initiative from the Max Planck Institute. This tag is very light because it communicates the location records through the International Space Station that orbit at low altitude. The tags record the 3D location, the acceleration, temperature, and voltage. And we hope to get data several times a day. 1 per hour will be great, but the calibration of tag is still in progress, so there is some difficulties about the energy and battery. So Despite the COVID context, we hope to start the project this winter and go to French Polynesia the next January to tag curlew, taffler, and plover. We target around 100 birds. And it is thanks to the excellent report of the survey done by Lee Tibbetts and Richard Longtot in 2003. We have planned the island we will visit. So we will go in the Tuamotu archipelago, and we will visit 5 inhabited islands: Taanea, Harakiri, Ritora, and Tekokota, and Taiki, and 2 habited ones, Taiki and Rogiroa, for around 2 weeks. And we plan to stay 48 hours on each. If you have any question about this mission, please do not hesitate to ask me. I have pleasure to respond to you. So we hope that will be a success and that many birds will be tagged in the next February in French Polynesia. The bird will tag it with that 5-gram ICARUS tag, silicone tube for harness, a foam in recycled flip-flap to sur-elevate the leg loop tag, a French metal ring from National Ringing Center, and a coded red flag. We hope that is the right choice for the color we have chosen according to the documentation found on the internet, and we hope that this documentation was up to date. Furthermore, to improve the spreading of our bird in Pacific area, we plan with the collaboration of Daniel Rusroof to go to Alaska the next June to tag curlew and maybe godwit on their breeding site. And later, with the collaboration of Jeff Cookling and Phil Batley, we hope to have some godwit tagged in New Zealand. What is the assumption of this project? When a hazard arrives on the coast where there is at least one marked bird, we can expect to observe different behavior of the bird. First, nothing may happen, and the birds stay on the coastline. In this case, we will have to understand why the birds stay on the coastline. It could depend on the amplitude and the strength of the hazard, but we have to find why. But the bird could be moved, for example, towards the height or the central part of the island. It can do a high altitude flight, or it can leave the island. In this 3 last case, if we understand, in this 3 last case, if we understand the drivers of the avoidance behavior, we will on the right way to consider the shorebird as a sentinels. To conclude, Kivi-Kuaka is an ambitious project that will teach us a lot about bird movement in the face of environmental risk. Also, the tag will provide weather data in many places around the Pacific and probably close to the hazards. And this data could be to help weather model. For this part, we are in collaboration with the French Weather Agency. And last but not the least, all data provided by the project will be in open access on the MoveBank platform. Indeed, they will be valuable for conservation of the shorebird in the Pacific area. I want to thank to our numerous international collaborators, which we are already discussed a lot of about this project. Martin, that from the Max Planck Institute about the ICARUS tag, and Daniel Handley about from the USGS, Jason Tennis from Groningen, and Phil from Massey University, and Pierrick from La Rochelle University, which discuss about the birds and the possibility of the tags around the world. And I want to thank our founders. You can follow the update of the project on Twitter, and I want to thank you for attention. Thanks.